I am audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So second question, why we learn pedagogy? Just write in chat box. Why we learn? Classification of different objective and skills the educator set of their student. Okay. Achha. Why we learn pedagogy? To deal with student needs. Yeah. Okay. So to achieve learning objective, right? We learn pedagogy to improve in our teaching method. Very good, Gulshan Ara. Correct. Coordination between learners and education, yes. And simply, okay. Simply, we can say improve our teaching and learning process. Improve our teaching and learning process is pedagogy. Because pedagogy is science, also pedagogy is arts. You can say science plus arts is equal to pedagogy. Science and arts of teaching. And why we learn, improve our teaching and learning style. Some technical issue and we cannot share my screen. It's okay, no problem. I'll do. So, okay, Education of Pakistan ID here. And we are live now. I'm so sorry. I'm some technical issues here. And I'm audible, clear?
Yes, very much.
Okay. So, I'll wind up my session here. Yes, Miss Nazia Shahbaz is here. And I'm going to hit my Nazia Shahbaz. It's okay, no problem.
It happens.
Okay, Nazia.
It happens.
We all are facing
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. We all are facing this issue, some technical issues. If
Exactly.
you see the screen.
Yes.
This is
Now it's visible.
Innovations.
Yes.
What is
Yes, please
pedagogy?
carry on.
Innovations, and this is yes, Bloom's taxonomy. Okay. वही बात के मैं आपका ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगी और हम इसी तरह से बात आगे जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह किसी और सेशन में हम पेडागोजी को भी डिस्कस करेंगे. जस्ट दो चीजें आप क्लियर कर लें. जिन्होंने लिखा था हमारे कुछ पाकिस्तान के ही लोकल जो पार्टिसिपेंट थे कि व्हाट इज पेडागोजी, उनको क्लियर नहीं था. तो पेडागोजी teaching style, teaching methods and teaching with technology, and why we learn pedagogy, improve our teaching and learning style. Just clear this thing. Clear those two things. And now in our presentation, we are discussing about different innovations, different teaching style. We will discuss by our speakers. तो वो हमें बहुत क्लियर तरीके से समझाएंगे और हमें वन बाय वन कुछ मेथड्स भी बताएंगे. जस्ट आपको मुझे दो बातें कॉन्सेप्ट जो हैं वो क्लियर करने थे कि पेडागोजी क्या है और हमें ये क्यों सीखनी चाहिए. हमें अपनी लर्निंग के लिए भी अपने जो हम 21st सेंचुरी स्किल्स की बात करते हैं उसको फेस करने के लिए और 21st सेंचुरी चैलेंजेस की बात करते हैं उनको फेस करने के लिए उनके लिए हमें जरूरी है कि हम पेडागोजी को समझें, डिफरेंट टीचिंग स्टाइल को समझें, उनको अपने एनवायरनमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग काम करें, अपने जो स्टूडेंट हैं उनका एज लेवल, उनका क्लास लेवल जो भी है और जो हमारा एक असेसमेंट का क्राइटेरिया है, जो हमारे कल्चर में रह के हमारा एक असेसमेंट क्राइटेरिया चल रहा है और एक असेसमेंट का पूरा प्रोसीजर है. तो हम अपने पेडागोजी मेथड को किस तरह से बेहतर बना के उस असेसमेंट तक, इवैल्यूएशन तक और वो तमाम जो सीक्वेंस, तमाम मेथड्स हैं जो कि मैंने बार बार कहा कि एक पूरा एक टाइम चाहिए आपको पेडागोजी को क्लियर करने के लिए, क्या क्या इनोवेशंस और कौन कौन से असेसमेंट की क्राइटेरिया है, वो सारी चीजें फर्स्ट आपको बताने के लिए. फर्स्ट आपको टू थिंग्स समझनी है, व्हाट इज पेडागोजी और व्हाई वी लर्न. वो आपको क्लियर हो गई होंगी. अब मैं अपने होस्ट की तरफ जाऊंगी. ओवर टू आवर होस्ट मिस नाजिया शहबाज और हमारी फर्स्ट सेकंड जो स्पीकर हैं उनको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाइएगा और हम आपका ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लेते हुए आगे बढ़ेंगे इंशाल्लाह। Shu, not clear.
Okay, I'm here. Finally I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so finally we are going to officially start today's session. First of all, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh from my side as well. And you are watching us all from the platform of EOP, Educationist of Pakistan. And now I would like to invite our upcoming guest here. And today's guest is Neda Redkovic, and she is the mechanical engineer, economist, author, associate professor, ISO certified auditor, and also country director of Christian Society for Research and Operations and much more. So now I would like to welcome her. Now over to our upcoming guest, Neda Redkovic.
Thank you. Thank you
Hello,
very
Nana.
much.
Good to
I'm
see
so
you.
happy to be
And
here
thanks for
today.
joining us.
Happy to be today here again with all of you. I like my professor Shumaila, my dear friend. I like all of you educationists of Pakistan. Today, I know that Mr. Clark is also here. He's my good friend, Professor Marie Alisa from Argentina. This topic is very important. I didn't choose today to do theories. I didn't choose to define critical thinking or problem-based learning because all of us can do find it graphs and many things on the internet. I want to show something what I work with my students. We do many projects, many e-twinning projects, many Erasmus projects. So in Croatia and in Europe, we have many projects with mobility. Also in school, many climate projects. And today I was thinking, and we do competitions, and all of that is in correlation with problem-based learning and with critical things. Last time I show on my presentation the circle with what are the digital competencies of 21st century. That competencies and that pedagogical way of teaching, because we teachers in the time our learning our students, we use many methods, and all of these methods what our speakers will be talking about today. Flipped classroom. Flipped classroom we use because many activities we can't do at school, and then we are using that. Our students are doing at home. We gave them and we did check. In this virtual learning, flipped classroom was really many teachers use that. Critical things is one competences that you must develop. First, you must develop that competences. We professors that we can learn our students. Problem solving. Everything what we do, everything for us is we can set a problem, a task. How can we solve it? What is the easy way to do it, and what methods will we encourage in that? This year, I do many projects about climate change, and before this 70 days I was involved in a big conference of SDG, and today when I was trying to find what will I show here today, I found one things to what about climate change. Because why climate change today? Every hour all of these 17 SDGs are in correlation with our pedagogical methods, and in every method we must involve the SDG, all that 17 SDGs. I will now show that presentation, what I want to show today. So I will my screen. Thank you. Just a moment, this I must move. Okay. So I don't need to tell nothing about myself because we all here are okay. If we are talking about problem solving, we can say that for everything, time is running out and we shouldn't wait. We must do everything quickly. And all of our education, all of these pedagogical methods, we can see here in what is education for 2030. All of us know that SDG 4 is quality education and to ensure quality education to everybody. And here, lifelong learning. Here today also we all are life longers, and we are educations of Pakistan are offering opportunities to all. I would want to show this when we talk about environment. This picture is showing the park. This is a look from my school. And one of the for me one of very good ways to for students for critical thinking is this environment, learning about environment. Why is it important? Because it is specific critical thinking skills. Maybe somebody will say, if we talk about critical thinking, I had also an example. I can say when I have a subject where I learn my students from idea to realization. Maybe it is the better way for encourage that for develop critical things, because when they come from idea, from brainstorming, they are going from brainstorming to the solving, and everybody is in a part of entrepreneur. Here, when we talk about environment, also included is problem solving. Why? Critical skills are here, like a good science. We must form again hypotheses. We must interpret data, and after that, analyze our conclusions and solve the problem. Everything, as I said, what we want to do, we must follow this way. Also, when we are developing critical thinking, we can say that our students, if we are talking about environment, about SDG in that pair, they are eco-media literate. They get one skills, eco-media literate, and we do this on this way. In school, I think that for this way of learning, every school must have a climate action team. Our students, when we talk about game-based learning, whole this year students were on virtual learning. And for me, I think that for this new year is best way to move in environment. And that is why I am suggesting to have a climate action team, and all tasks what our students are doing in the classroom, they can do it in the nature, because they need nature now for well-being. They were whole time on virtual learning on the computer, and they need to go in environment. Here, if we look about vocational schools, what school vocationals must do? They must identify technological solutions. For that, if we talk about statistics and mathematics, on which way they will reach that. They can make graphs, they can calculate statistics, in every subject, in language, in literature, in science and technology. Everything is correlated with environment. And see here, when we look at science and technology, said investigate the natural and human factors. That is thinking. That is critical thinking. Every student will give his solutions, and that is why it is important to develop all this and make different activities. And I really suggest today for this situation, for well-being, learning, and in environment, and on this way. That is learn about action, through action, and from action. And what are the possible ways to achieve all of that? Here we have different topics. We can talk about energy, health and well-being, biodiversity. That way of teaching will have an impact on all of this goals. I want to show what I do with my students. So I try to use this also the last school year. They are learning to be responsible, and my suggestion is now for 15 days, maybe some of teachers here were included in this climate action project. This is a global project, climate action project, and you can go and you can with your students, so you can be part of this big program, because it helps to develop our thinking skills, and I can say are relaxing for our brain. What students do, and they met partners from all of the world. Today, I see on these global platforms many people who were from different countries who were included in this. And really, this is my suggestion for everybody to join this project. It is going 3 weeks, and now at September, it will start at September, and for students, this will be, I can say, a power for the whole school or academic year. They will get power for learning. I will show here some pictures. This is how we communicate with partners from around the world. On this way, my students get a task. And on this way, they are solving their tasks. And also, we are going by Bloom's taxonomy. Thinking skills from lower to higher. So here we were with partners from Romania. They exchange their minds, their learnings, their ideas. And this is a great way to, I said, learn and develop, because you must exchange that and do with other students from the world. I'm happy to be here because I hear how some teacher from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from India, from how he is learning, what is he thinking. And now I am saying what we are doing in my country, in Europe. I think that this is the best way for developing this all skills at our students, because they were innovative, critical thinking, problem learning. This kind of teaching is, for me, the best when we exchange and share our knowledge. So I will go a little faster through this. This is a project we called Greener for, it writes on Croatia. It is Greener for Tomorrow. And this was a big European program, and we work on this whole school year. STEM also, STEM, so all these projects you can merge in one big, and at the end of the year we merge in STEM's big project. Here you can see how many participants were in this project. 157 participants from 40 countries and from students. And also here is a big exchange of knowledge of teachers for learning and students also for learning. This is one we do with 3 schools, e-student for a greener tomorrow. And here we encourage critical thinking, sustainable development. We write about climate changes, but not only about climate changes, because this student must make this poster. He used many digital tools. E-twinning projects. Here we have e-twinning projects in Europe, and these projects, students work on them one school year. And also here we work with partners from other countries. This all activities they make in one school year for only for ecology. I'm talking today about this part, environment and ecology, and they do all these projects in 1 year for their development. I will show little these pictures. This is one kind of learning. You get them to the school park and then they stack the branches. What they develop here? Here they are getting many motorics competition and skills. They must learn how to branch stackers in the park. And that is also necessary for their brain. You see, nobody didn't know how is the process. They learned that. Okay, this is more for environment. I will here stop. I choose this because I said the reason. Why am I choosing this way? Because I want my students have many hard subjects. When they learn statistics, how are they then developing critical things? And how are making problem skills? They must know to solve a test. That tests are not easy. And I prepare them for competition, like statistical competition. We have a European statistical competition, and last year we win. We were first in Croatia and get a big award. So in every part, in every segment, in every subject, we must combine all pedagogical methods to develop our 21st skills, not digital skills, ecological skills, media skills, and we must be literate, and that is our job of our teachers. If somebody wants to ask me something about this topic, problem-based learning, maybe some example, others, maybe somebody has his, so we can argue little about that example. Maybe somebody has another way to solve that. Yeah, I said, if I have a subject called training firms, I develop that my students critical thinking on the way, like I use entrepreneurship skills, that there I am development entrepreneurship skills. If I have corporate business sustainability, I develop this ecological skills. In math and statistics and informatics, we develop digital skills, so use the technology, many digital tools, and also we are, I can say, training our brain. Did anybody wants to ask something? Mr. Clarence, did you want to ask something? I see you.
Not exactly. We'll be there in the question answer session, Nada.
What?
We will be there in the question answer session.
Okay.
It was an informative sharing.
Thank you.
All that you and your group are doing.
I said this is only one part of one subject that we are doing. So here in this example, I show a big global project, many European projects, and school projects.
Very encouraging.
My voice is not clear?
It's okay, clear.
Your voice is clear. Yes, Nada. If I already told about this, there have a heavy rainfall. We are bearing right.
Network, yes.
Exactly.
Some
Same here.
Some internet issue we are facing. Yes, Nazia.
Yes, exactly. I'm facing the same because it's raining outside. So
yes, it's a problem. In Croatia is a sunshine day, beautiful. You can go to the bath and on the sea, but Nada didn't go nowhere.
wow. Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Nada. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really. You did
Thank
wonderful.
you so very much.
Very informative session. And
yes.
In question answer session, we will again continue this topic and another topic.
Yes,
so
exactly.
आप सब लोगों से भी जितने यहाँ पे लोग और हमारे सारे पार्टिसिपेंट हैं, गुजारिश है कि सेशन आएगा डिस्कशन का और रिगार्डिंग क्वेश्चन आंसर का, आप वहाँ पे अपनी क्वेरीज, कोई भी डिस्कशन या रिलेटेड कोई भी कंफ्यूजन है तो वहाँ पे आप क्लियर करेंगे. स्टार्ट भी इश्यूज प्रॉब्लम आए क्योंकि हम लोग, वही वाली बात है, कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज थे. मेरे यहाँ पे नाजिया आई हैं तो मैं वहाँ पे भी क्लियर कर दूं. जस्ट मोबाइल से मैं ऑन हुई नाजिया और मोबाइल पे कॉल्स आना शुरू, लैपटॉप से, लैपटॉप नेट ऑफ. आप होप मेरे पास मौजूद नहीं और मुझे स्टार्ट भी, क्योंकि टाइम बाउंड हमें रहना होता है और टाइम कंज्यूमिंग का मामला भी आता है, तो वो सारी स्टार्ट में जाके सिर्फ 2 बातें ही क्लियर हुई हैं. इंशाल्लाह आगे हम बढ़ेंगे तो फिर उसको लेकर चलेंगे और जो भी कंफ्यूजन है वो क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन में हम क्लियर कर लेंगे. यस, सेकंड स्पीकर.
बिल्कुल, श्योरली बिल्कुल. और यहाँ मैं भी क्लियर करना चाहूँ कि मुझे भी जो वक्त लगा आने में, तो इसी तरह कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज थे, बाहर बारिश हो रही है और बहुत अच्छा मौसम भी हो रहा है उसके साथ साथ, बट ये कि सब कुछ फेस करते हुए चलना पड़ता है. एनीवेज, लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट गेस्ट, एंड द नेक्स्ट गेस्ट इज गोइंग टू जॉइन अस फ्रॉम ऑल द वे इंडिया, our neighborhood country, and also I would like to give his short introduction, and he is PhD in education management and also pedagogy expert, master trainer, and director academic Gyanda Academy Nepal also, and director training extramark education consultant, and Next Education India. Also visiting faculty NIFT India and Rotary International Charter founder, president RID as well in Patna. So he's doing a lot more. अब मैं आपका मजीद वक्त नहीं लूंगी. So let's move to our upcoming guest, and his name is Clarence Peter. So up to you.
Thank you, Nazia ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you too.
Thanks a lot.
It's really honor for having you here.
Thank you also for spoiling me with those good words.
I apologize if I mispronounced any of the word.
Let me complete, ma'am. Thank you
Sure,
for
please.
spoiling me at this age of 16, 16.
It's an honor for us, sir. Thank you so very much for joining us.
And sweet 16 with 48 years of experience.
Mashallah.
Great.
So,
Great, sir. In 16 age and 41-year experience.
Yeah.
This is so
So
nice.
आप 48 और 16 को ऐड कर रहे होंगे ना नाजिया?
नहीं हम नहीं कर रहे sir add. You are in sweet 16 still. We can see.
Thank you, Shumela ma'am, and your entire team. You are doing a very good job bringing people together from the globe. Myself being one of them. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Shumela. Just once I wrote, and you accepted my invitation to join EOP. It's really nice. I've been in the air with so many other platforms across Europe and other countries. लेकिन बगल में हमारा पाकिस्तान होके एक कोई वो प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिल रहा था, तो मेरी खुशनसीबी थी. I got Shumela and then I got EOP. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Really nice.
So
Honored.
the topic which I chose is innovation, innovative models, innovative practices. Now, I don't know how should I put myself. Do excuse me if I become a bit emotional in expressing myself, because I am that. I have been, even as a teacher, as a vice principal, as a principal, as a director, whatever it is. ये सब visiting cards में अच्छे लगते हैं. खैर, जहां तक innovation की बात है, सवाल है. People say innovative ideas come from the brain. Yes. Which is the cognitive level. Where is the affective level? Your heart, our hearts. If innovation, mind you, teachers, principals, directors, schools के मालिक जो बैठे हैं, owners जो बैठे हैं, if that innovation comes from heart, that is genuine. That is genuine. The heart sends the message to the brain, do this. और जब मैं अपनी जहन जिसको कहते हैं अंतरात्मा की सुनते हैं इनोवेशन में, उसके रिजल्ट्स भी बहुत अच्छे आते हैं.
Miss Nazia, mute your mic, please. Miss Nazia Shahbaz. Okay. Any other?
Yeah, no problem.
I was talking about internet. Now I lost
It was Farzana Shamim, I guess. Might be. Please check your mic and mute that.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Farzana.
We are from different corner of the globes. होता है थोड़ा सा, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let me cut short. Now I'll start sharing my screen, please. Very clear what innovation.
Yes, it is.
So the picture,
So perfect, sir.
yeah, the picture itself says what innovation is. अगर आपकी गंगा एक जगह बह रही है, गंगा के खिलाफ कुछ करते हैं, फ्लो के खिलाफ. Only the dead fish flows, goes with the flow. The alive fish will always swim against the flow. Who is an innovative educator? Now you will see that I'm using the word educator in place of teacher. Each person in this universe is a teacher. But people like you and me who teach in the classrooms, from the textbooks, from the four covers of the classroom, for the four walls of the classroom, two covers of the book, and 8 periods, 9 periods of the routine, we are called educators. Now, why innovation? Innovation is the search for the discovery, development, improvement, and adoption of new techniques, as Shumaila said, technology, processes, procedures of teaching and learning pedagogy. Pedagogy, style, हमारे तौर तरीके पढ़ाने के और सीखने के. As I said, please excuse me if I'm becoming very emotional. Innovative teaching comes from those two words, identity and integrity of the educator. Who is an educator? His identity. Has he joined the teaching profession as a profession or as a vocation? There lies the difference. The educator within is not the voice of the conscience, but voice of identity and integrity. Integrity, कितने सच्चाई से, कितना जान डालकर मैं अपने क्लासरूम में बच्चों को पढ़ा रहा हूं. Mind you, my friends, that teaching can never be reduced to modern era trials and techniques. Fine, researches are required so that we develop. But to become a guru in the real sense, bring yourself out of yourself. ये वर्ड्स थोड़ा सा आप लोग ध्यान दें. अपने आप को आप बाहर निकालिए. Your real self. Please don't wear that mask कि घर पे कुछ और, क्लासरूम में कुछ और, स्टाफ रूम में कुछ और, प्रिंसिपल के रूम में या डायरेक्टर के रूम में. So reclaim selfhood. Now, if you want to become an awesome teacher, recollect your own teachers who inspired you and how they inspired you. Get those innovative ideas from there. और आज जब हमारी चाइल्ड सेंट्रिक हो गई है, हमसे भी लोग पूछते हैं, they ask me, sir, which is the best school? I've been head of the English department in one of the best schools, Jesuit schools. Jesuits are the fathers all over the world. They are #1 educators for 20 years. So they asked me which school. I said, किसी स्कूल में डाल दो, अपने बच्चों को घर में देखो, attention दो, child center. So there, innovation plays a very, very active role, effective role. Interactive होना चाहिए, experiential and evolving. Now, what are the different methods an educator can innovate? Different methodologies in the classroom. When I say he means he, she, both, should be a brainstormer. लेकिन हम करते क्या हैं? We just open our books, read out, 40 minutes की घंटी बजी, out. Then we should be empathy mapper. Mind that word, empathy, not sympathy. Sympathy is asked for, empathy is given without asking. A bridge builder. A bridge builder, not only with you and the students, but all the stakeholders. You and the parents. You and the management. You and the support staff. That driver, that PN. Be a shaper. Shaper, when you want to give a shape, you have to be action oriented. Don't just sit on your chair, on the table near the blackboard, the whiteboard, whatever you have. Implement. And for implementation, you have to be an organizer. These are the innovative things. All of us, Shumela ma'am ने कहा technology के बारे में शुरू में about the pedagogy. As I said, I am an expert there. अभी अगर Shumela ma'am आपको जरूरत पड़े तो I'll share again. You can call me. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Honored, sir.
anytime. So when you are an implementer, you have to
And,
organize. Please. कुछ
sir,
कहना?
no, sir. I just want to tell about my in-laws and all from Patna. So after that, मैं आपसे बात करूंगी.
Oh, very good. Okay. दुनिया बहुत छोटी है, हम लोग ने इसको बड़ा बना रखा है. Good. Come down to Patna, meet me. Then as a coordinator, you can't be a backbencher. See, being a leader, you have to lead from front. आगे आइए. Bear all those consequences. The ups and downs of the classroom, of the campus. It's not a joke. Then becoming an evaluator. When you judge, हमारे आगे screens में भी होंगे, slides में. When you judge, you should not be partial. Let me tell you, my friends, my colleagues, अगर आप partial होते हो तो वो बच्चा जो बैठा है, he knows it. She knows it. वो अपने peer group में बाहर जाके corridor में, classroom से बाहर, when he or she goes, they discuss that Sir Peter was partial, Madam X was partial. क्योंकि वो बच्चा उनके यहाँ ट्यूशन पढ़ने जाता था. That's why, because she went for tuition, he got a good position, good marks. Then team worker. Take your students as your team member. Bring harmony, oneness, ekta, ekagrata, concentration. And then when you have done all these things, be a completer. Finish that job with joy, with happiness. When you give a good smile on your face, that smile is enough for the students, for your colleagues, for your management. Now, innovative teaching practices. That the educator values each student as a unique individual. अल्लाह का, ईश्वर का, भगवान का, गॉड का unique individual. There is no second or carbon copy. He is he, she is she. Engage with students. Time बहुत कम दिया गया है, otherwise I have a video on engage. The problem is empty vessels make much noise. And when that vessel is empty, who is responsible? I am responsible. You are responsible. Usko bharo. When that vessel is full, they will come out with activities, with ideas, and innovative ideas, new ideas. Be creative in your teaching technique. वो घिसी पिटी, वो video style, वो that tape recorder जो पहले था, उसी तरह आए गए किताब से, किताब का, हाँ, please open page number 22. Yesterday we were doing this, today we will do that, and then 40 minutes over, go back home. Sorry. Be a very good listener. अगर आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो, when you start giving your symptoms, and the doctor tells you, okay, keep quiet, I know what you have to be done. What happens? You get irritated. This gentleman ये हमारी सुनता नहीं है. But if that doctor listens to you patiently, आधी बीमारी आधा रोग आपका साफ. Half your disease, half your concern is over. Now, be a perpetual and a lifelong learner. I don't know, I don't have time, otherwise I would have gone. How many of us, prick your conscience, अपने अंतरात्मा से पूछिए, how many of us are good readers? कितनी किताबें पढ़ते हैं हम लोग? सर मैं पढ़ता हूं। कौन सी किताब? फिजिक्स की। पीटर, what do you read? I read English books, grammar books, Shakespeare. No, that you are doing because you are paid salary for that. आजकल के बच्चे से अगर आप पूछिए कि बेटा तुम्हारे पापा मम्मी का क्या नाम है? मेरे पापा मम्मी का नाम है मिस्टर एंड मिसेस गूगल. They don't go to their parents. They will go to Google and ask. If they are dissatisfied, convincing reply nahi mil raha hai, then they will come to the educator, to your teacher. So be a lifelong learner. Read books away from your course, your English, your physics, chemistry, biology. Organize the lessons which you are going to present tomorrow. A lesson plan bana liya is not enough. How bit of that lesson plan you are implementing in the classroom? That comes into teaching practices. If there is any confusion in your subject matter or the way you are teaching, you can make out from the face of the student. Ask her, beta, aap samjhe nahi? You have any problem? Clarify. And then display all your talents. Why don't you start your class with a story? I do it. I used to do it. Even now, but till now I was academic director or principal. Whenever I visited my classes, surprise visit, story, joke, they will remember that. A passionate mentor of students comes out with newer learning environment. When you go to your classroom, every Monday, the whole row comes in front. Then next week, second, third row, fourth row, fine. लेकिन उसके अलावा क्या हम और कुछ भी कर सकते हैं? Innovate in that learning environment, not only in the classroom. कैंपस में बाहर ले जाइए ना उन छोटे बच्चों को, class 2, class 3, class 9, class 10. Take them to the environment. If you have a pond in your campus, show them the pond, the fishes, the aquatic plants. मैंने जैसे कहा कि partialism नहीं होना चाहिए, no, there should not be any favoritism. Then display humility. You may be 10 times PhD. You may be 5 times DILIT and 2 times MPhil and whatever it is. That piece of paper, they are not bothered, these students. If you are humble, they will tell you by their actions, body language, that sir, ma'am, we love you. Acknowledge your mistake, yaar. But what do? When a student asks a question and you don't know the answer, hey, sit down, don't disturb. Sorry. They are kids, they are bachas, but they understand. They understand. Sorry, beta, I will check the answer tomorrow and discuss in the class. Simple. Acknowledge your mistake. Or if you are not up to date. So the best teacher teaches what students can't learn from the book. I told you. You ask them, parents, they say Mr. and Mrs. Google. One day is not far. वो दिन दूर नहीं है जब अगर बच्चे से आप पूछेंगे तो बोलेंगे सर कुछ नया बताइए ना, ये तो सब इंटरनेट पे है. Tell us something new. आप तो बुजुर्ग हैं, आप तो पढ़े लिखे हैं, आप टीचर हैं. Give us something new, something up to date. If you agree with all these things, you will agree that we teach what we are. अगर मैं एंग्री मैन हूं तो वो एंगर मेरे टीचिंग में भी आएगा, बिल्कुल आएगा. If I'm a loving person, lovable person, वो प्यार, वो love, that also will come in my teaching. Innovative teaching can come only from the innovative educators. And who are these innovative educators? Who spend extra time reading, surfing, updating themselves with latest technology. Again, Shumela ma'am, as she always stresses on technology. Now it is this connection of the heart which gives the largeness of life. आप कितने बड़े दिलदार हैं. How big you are in loving kids, in your students in the classroom. Give them structures. Educators and students, they need these structures. Why? They will get newer learning experiences in class. इजाद करिए, आप नए तौर तरीके इजाद कीजिए अपने क्लासरूम में. Give them the topic which you are about to teach. Don't touch the book. लेकिन हम करते नहीं है क्योंकि हम कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है. Because we ourselves are not confident, we don't do it. We don't go away from the book. कि थोड़ा सा भी किताब से इधर उधर जाएंगे तो कहीं फिसल ना जाए, आउट ऑफ टॉपिक ना हो जाए, कहीं मेरी मजाक ना उड़ जाए. अरे नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम. गिव देम न्यूअर लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंसेस इन योर क्लासरूम. एक टॉपिक देख के उनसे बोलो कि कम आउट एंड स्पीक. पीयर ग्रुप में बोलिए, डिस्कस करने. And educators should work collaboratively. Like collaboration, teacher and student, teacher and teacher, teacher and parents, teacher and management. It is not easy. It is not at all easy to become an educator. It's not easy. You have to play 1,001 roles. Show them. Don't only tell, or don't only read from your book, from an English book or maths book or Sanskrit book or Urdu. No. Show them through movies, through PPTs. Maybe if you're in a lower class, Montessori, KG. I remember when I was in my in St. Michael's here as a teacher, as an educator, I used to say, give me substitution classes in class 1 or LKG, UKG. Angels. They're really angels, small ones. So be very authentic when you are sharing anything, and share only those things which interests them. Which interests them. When you are showing something, be authentic, not just a picture. Boys, girls, bachas, see this is, no. Then educators learn to live, and when they learn what? We as educators, we as principals, we as directors, we also in turn learn many things from the students. It's a two-way. Maybe 70-80% from our side, but 20-30% from their end. We learn a lot, and that makes the difference. Reflective practices. I'm telling you, I'm a very strong believer of this. Reflect. One class when you have conducted, reflect back. What have you taught? That child sitting in the last bench, why was she so quiet today? Yesterday she was very active. आज क्यों चुप बैठी हुई है? Call her in the lunch break, in the staff room or library, तो पता ये चलेगा कि वो बच्चे के पापा is a drunkard. The father is a drunkard, and that father is beating the mother daily. That is the family environment. What can that child do who's in class 5, 6, 8, 9? So reflect, one to one by one.
मिनट क्या हुआ आयशा खिड़की खोलना
Kindly all mute your mic.
मेरे साथ कोई नहीं चल रहा है इतने गली है सबके सब तुम भी नहीं जा रहे
Hello, Miss Umair Naeem. Kindly mute your mic. It's okay.
Yeah. So after that, doing all these innovative practices in the classroom, it is easy said. मैं यहाँ बैठ के आप लोग से बोल तो दिया, but it's not that easy. I understand, but it is not impossible. I am possible. Impossible का spelling ही वही है. नाजिया मैम हंस रही है. I am possible. Yes. करने पर की देरी है. You just have to start. So, after having done all these things, don't forget to reward, identify and reward the excellent students, the good ones. And not only the good ones, those who have not even caught up, जो आगे तक नहीं आ पाए हैं, उनको प्रेरित करके, encourage them to come up. Tell them, hey, see, she is first. Now, next year, the next semester, I want to see you there. You have to be first. I've already said, be authentic. Educators should not be afraid of their commitments. In the end, I have said that we are not engineers who make bridges. We are not engineers who make houses.
Sir, your mic is mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, very clearly.
So I said we are not engineers making bridges. We are not engineers making houses. We are edu engineers. We make lives. हम जिंदगियां बना रहे हैं. In a country like Germany, the chancellor, the people approached her from different profession, advocates, scientists, कि हम लोग की तनख्वाह बढ़ाइए, salary increase कीजिए, make it to the level of teachers, to the level of educators. She refused. She said it's not because we don't have money, but no one come at par with the educationists, with the teachers, with the educators. उनके बराबरी कोई नहीं कर सकता है. अगर हम बढ़ाते भी हैं तो ₹1 तो कम रखेंगे ही. ₹1 से मतलब तात्पर्य उनके करेंसी में. So let us make our teaching and learning process very authentic, pure, बनावटी ना हो, बनावट ना हो, makeup ना हो. We should be sincere enough. Whatever we say, we practice, and whatever we practice, we preach. यहाँ कुछ कहने की जरूरत नहीं है. May God bless you as an edu engineer in producing better persons for others. आखिर को ये जो हम पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं 9th का 10th का MBBS का PhD whatever it is to make you good better persons for others. This we can take later on question answer session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much. Thank you so very much. It was really informative. Plus, जैसा आपने शुरू किया था, ये हो सकता है कि आप इमोशनल हो जाएं, तो आपने
I think about it. हाँ सर, हमारे यहाँ अभी ना, मैं बल्कि बैकग्राउंड में दिखाऊं, बड़ी जबरदस्त सी बारिश हो रही है और बहुत अच्छा
No
वेदर है,
problem.
इसलिए टेक्निकल इश्यूज जरूर है हम सबके साथ।
No problem.
तो बहुत जबरदस्त सेशन रहा एंड वेरी नाइस सर, वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव, नो डाउट। थैंक यू सो मच।
It was. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure is mine.
Same here. Thank you so very much. So, what say, Shumila? Shall we move towards the next guest?
Yes.
Surely. Okay. So, our upcoming guest is going to join us from all the way Argentina, and that is Maria Alicia. And also, she has joined us in last some sessions as well. And today she is going to join us again. And her topic is problem-based learning. And I won't take your so much time. I would like to invite her. So over to Maria Alicia.
Okay, thank you very much for this invitation. Can you hear me? I am audible?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
Okay.
perfectly audible. Please
Yeah, very
carry
clear.
on.
Great.
Yes, audible.
Great.
Yes, and thank you for
so-
joining. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having invited me. I'm really honored to be here. And I want to thank you, Ms. Shumaila, as well as Educationists of Pakistan. And of course, I want to thank the audience because on a Saturday, devoting this day, which is usually used for relaxing or for personal and family issues, it is very important that people are show their passion for teaching, participating in this important event. Yes,
Sure.
I would like to share my screen. Okay. My topic today is empowering students through problem-based learning. And of course, I can follow from Dr. Clarence's presentation, stating that this context we are living in demands innovation. In this 21st century, many revolutionary developments have taken place. We have connectivity, globalization of knowledge, the possibility of interaction for very distant places, and here I am interacting with you. We have also learned that emotions affect cognitive development and should be considered when we plan our lessons. In general terms, most changes have been positive. Nevertheless, these fast changes pose many challenges on us teachers. The technological and scientific development is so fast that it is almost impossible to follow their pace and be updated. Teachers are not the owners of knowledge anymore. Adding to this, students are wired and have information at their fingertips. Any piece of information can be reached with just pressing a key of the computer. Students sometimes know more than teachers about issues of their interest. Definitely, we need to rethink education. A new holistic teaching perspective that takes into consideration students' ideas, approaches to solving problems, and cognitive skills, as well as cultural and social contexts, is essential to motivate students to be agents of their own learning process. Teachers should be in charge of facilitating students' cognitive development. But in spite of knowing that, we still have classrooms that remind us of education in the 19th and early 20th century. It is difficult for teachers sometimes to leave the role of directors and organizers in the teaching and learning process. That is also seen in the way classrooms are arranged, with students often looking at their classmates' backs. Keeping the role of directors from a distant place might put us in a position similar to the one represented by this vignette. The teacher feels she has taught well, in spite of not knowing whether students have understood or not. There might have been good planning, why not? But no interaction has taken place. The students have been passive recipients of information. The idea of education as transmission of information is present. If we don't get our students engaged, we run the risk of moving alone in the teaching and learning process. We won't be able to perceive how students receive the information we give them, and they might switch off and don't receive our instruction. Another point we need to change is the fact that we tend to penalize errors. In doing so, we deprive students of the possibility of learning from their own experience, since they feel very threatened every time they attempt to risk an answer. We should help students perceive errors as opportunities, not as threats. Another mistake we tend to make is to spoon-feed students. If we ask all the questions, we give our students all the information and all the answers. We don't allow them to grow cognitively. We need to enable students to be agents of their own cognitive development. They need to move out of their comfort zone and discover new knowledge. We know very well that we cannot anticipate what students will need to know in the future. So they have to develop metacognitive skills that allow them to become autonomous lifelong learners. In a past conference, I shared some characteristics of a new education paradigm we should be constructing together. It claims that we should boost students' engagement. In that way, we are going to ensure that what they are learning sticks, because we are going to provide memorable learning experiences. We should try to avoid teaching to the test, because in doing so, students will memorize the information, sit the exam, and then forget most of what they have learned. We need to provide challenges to be met, and these challenges should balance demands and support. If the demand is too easy, students get bored and stop working. On the other hand, if it is too difficult, students get frustrated and quit. It is paramount for us to give fair continuous feedback, which means that we should point out students' assets and, as Dr. Clarence said, reward their assets. And we should also let them know what needs improvement. But this feedback should be encouraging, with the notion of the not yet. They have not achieved the aim yet, but they will be able to do it because they are capable of finding answers through inquiry. And we should give them hints to help them reach the goal. We need to develop authentic and purposeful learning situations and present problems that really matter to the students. That means they should be in the scope of their interests. Quoting Cameron 2001, we could say that teaching can never warranty learning. All it can do is to construct opportunities for learning and to help learners take advantage of them. And this is complemented with this quote from Pine and Boy, who say, our best preparation for an evolving society is helping children face the future with confidence in their own abilities and with a faith that they are worthwhile and important members of whatever culture they might find themselves in. The idea of adaptability and flexibility come to the surface. One possible answer for this is a problem-based learning, which has been defined as an innovative, self-directed, collaborative approach to learning, which makes use of students' problem-solving skills. It should be part of the curriculum content because teachers of different subjects need to work in coordination since the approach enhances interdisciplinary work. We are going to help students develop 21st century skills through creating situations in which they understand what they need to know by trying to answer a driving question. Students become the center of teaching and learning process, and they are the agents of their own learning. This fact enhances intrinsic motivation. Students will work on in-depth inquiry, and together with their mates, they are going to reflect and revise their findings in a self-directed process. The teacher, playing the role of a tutor or facilitator, will lead their discussions, and at the end, students will present a final product to the audience, which might be their own classmates and teachers, other people at school, families, or even an open audience. Since problem-based learning uses a collaborative approach to learning, it makes intensive use of the concept of zone of proximal development created by Vygotsky. Two main processes facilitate the implementation of zone of proximal development are feedback and peer work. Both tutor and peers are involved in the feedback process. Integrating group work into the learning task gives the learners the opportunity to employ other group members' ideas, and this, in turn, can foster learning. As students seek the answers found by other group mates and the proximal zone. Later, other classmates and the tutor also provide learners with feedback. While students work collaboratively, they are going to take individual and group responsibility. They serve as a rehearsal for individual and social responsibility in their future citizenship. They will understand that each of them has to do their share for achieving a common aim. This brings about group characteristic of collaborative work. In collaboration, students develop communication skills, learning to respect individual